Good morning, everyone. Since a few more students are logging in, we will start the session in a few more minutes. A very good morning to everyone present. We will start with today's webinar, and it is a moment of joy and pride for a teacher when her student goes on ahead in life scaling new heights. Today is such a moment for me. I'm extremely happy to announce that we have our esteemed alumnus Shreyas Bansal with us to share his experiences, struggles, and journey of preparing for various exams, entrances, appearing and clearing them with flying colors. He not only was one of our school toppers, but secured a score of 759 on 800 in CUET entrance with a magnificent score of a perfect 200 on 200 in economics and business studies. Shreyas, you have done us proud, and we hope our young Aksharites are able to learn and grow from your experiences. I request Shreyas to start with the session from now on.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful introduction. So, yes, Akshara has definitely been a very good support to me in my entire journey, and it is because of my school that I stand over here and guide you all on how to prepare for your CA and CUET exams specifically. So, in today's webinar, we'll be discussing what challenges you can face in your CUET journey and in your foundation journey and how you can overcome these challenges. So, let's start. As you all know that before any good event, we always do an invocation. So I would request you all to close your eyes and invoke the beings, to invoke the beings of light, power and knowledge, so that they can help us in the smooth conduct of this webinar, so that they can help us understand each and every information that I'll be giving it to you, and to seek blessings so that you can successfully clear these examinations in one go. So with this, Please say that you are prepared to explore, evolve, and explode your potential to achieve excellence in all the academic pursuits. So, with this blessing, let us start with today's webinar. So, the path to success in CUET and CA Foundation, it's not about studying. You do a lot of syllabus already in your 11th and 12th. You don't need to study, but you need to plan, prioritize, and patiently strategize the path ahead. Patience, peace, and perseverance holds the key to desired success. So now let us understand that how we can achieve our dreams step by step. So the agenda for today's webinar is that we will be covering on how to prepare for CUET and CA Foundation. We will be evaluating the best time to start the preparation for these examinations. What are the obstacles and how we can conquer those obstacles, and what are the right resources that need to be utilized in in appearing for these examinations. The first thing is manifestation. You need to imagine that you're walking through the gates of your own dream college. That can be either Shri Ram College of Commerce, Asia's #1 college. That could be Hindu College, that is NRF ranking 1, India's top college. Another could be Hansraj College. Next could be Atmaram Sanatadham College, that is NRF 5, that is the second best college of commerce in India. It could be Lady Shri Ram College for women, and it could be Shri Venkateshwar College. So you need to imagine that yes, you are walking through the gates of your dream college, and when you imagine that, definitely you have taken one step ahead and you're way ahead from all the people who are actually preparing for their CUET. This is the latest Indian rankings of 2024 with Hindu College on top. That is the first best college of commerce in India right now. The second being Miranda, the third being St. Stephen's, fourth being Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Centenary College, and the fifth being Atmaram Sanatadham College. So the famous colleges for commerce are, it could be the Sri Ram College, it could be either Hindu College, it could be either Atmaram College, and then we have Xavier's Kolkata and Xavier's Mumbai. So these colleges are the prime target for a commerce graduate. Now, the first thing is that you need to have a dream. You need to dream that you are a part of this institution. You need to dream that yes, you are an alumni of one of these colleges. And once you have a dream, you need to convert that dream into a goal. That's the second step. You need not have dreams at every step. Your dreams need to be converted into goals. Now, when I talk about goals, your goals need to be specific, your goals need to be measurable, your goals need to be achievable. More importantly, they need to be realistic and they should be timely. So goals should be smart. They should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be achievable, they should be realistic, and they should be timely. Success thrives where passion drives. This is the key learning that you will take from this webinar. Success thrives where passion drives. Whether it is your board examination, your class 12 board examination, whether it is your CUET examination, whether it is your symbiosis test, whether it is your CA foundation, whether it is your CA intermediate, whether it is CA final, success thrives where passion drives. If you love something, you can definitely achieve it. And that's the key goal that you learn from beginning. Now, the next segment of this workshop will be entirely dedicated to CUET 2025. Before I start with what is written in my presentation, I'll tell you something that has happened recently. So we had a meeting of NTA where NTA has proposed some new changes, and those changes are not yet finalized. So you might see a difference between what I'll tell you now and what changes will come. I'll side by side tell you the changes that are there in the exam. This is your CUET portal where you can get all the information related to the exam. You can get all the important downloads. You can also get to know what universities take CUET as their entrance exam. Then you can get to know the syllabus. Then it is a login portal where you can get your scorecards, where you can get the answer keys, from where you can do the mock papers. So this is the CUET portal. Next, I think most of you would be targeting BCom honors. So BCom honors in Delhi University is one of the most prestigious course that you can do. And to be very honest, being in Delhi University myself, I'll tell you that you should never leave the opportunity to do BCom honors from here. Irrespective of whatever college you get, you must pursue BCom honors from Delhi University. Over here, the course is pretty good and you learn a lot. Secondly, Delhi University gives you a lot of opportunities to explore your talent. Now, to apply in BCom honors at the University of Delhi, what subjects do you need to appear for your CUT? So the first subject that you have to appear is your English. You'll be giving an English exam. That will be an MCQ exam, of course. The next set of exams are you can either give accountancy or applied mathematics or core mathematics. You can either give accountancy, mathematics that can be either applied or core, and any two subjects out of which one should be from list B1. I'll tell you the subjects. It could be the business studies, it could be either economics, it could be psychology, it could be entrepreneurship, it could be computer science, it could be IT. So any of these two subjects you need to give. Your prime target should be that you score a perfect 600 in the main three subjects because English is again a challenge in CUET. Your main target should be at least two subjects you're getting a perfect 200, and either in one subject you can keep an option of say one or two questions, and in English again that depends on how the question paper comes. But your main target, your preparation should be such that two papers are in your control. Two papers you're scoring a perfect 200. So, dream of studying at Delhi University? Let us see how CUT 2025 is your gateway to your future. Now, when I talk about Delhi University, here are a few reasons why Delhi University is Delhi University. First of all, it is the central university, so it holds that national prestige and reputation. At Delhi University, the professors are highly qualified. Every professor you find is a doctorate. So you get high quality education and faculty. In Delhi University, your alumni network is very strong. The campuses are beautiful. You get a very good campus. The exposure to this campus life is beautiful. It is mesmerizing. You don't have campuses like these all over India. They are so huge, they are so beautiful that they give you a lot of exposure. You get very good internships and placements. And of course, it gives you aid to different competitive exams. So you have a surrounding where people are giving so many competitive exams. So definitely it encourages you to give different competitive exams. Now, all of you would be giving your CBSE 2025. So you need to prepare very well for your CBSE 2025 because when you prepare for CBSE, you do your 90% of CUET preparation. One thing in my journey that I would like to say that if you are preparing for CBSE with 100% confidence, with 100% clarity, I think CUET will be easy. CUET depends on your CBSE. जितना आपका CBSE का फाउंडेशन स्ट्रांग है उतना अच्छा आप CUET में परफॉर्म करोगे. The number one reason is because of the MCQ practice in CBSE. You have 20 MCQs in every paper, which provide you an excellent opportunity to build speed and accuracy. You have a lot of pre-board examinations, you have a lot of tests in your 12th, which helps you ultimately prepare for your CUET. A lot of MCQ practice is required to clear all these examinations, and CBSE exams provide you that opportunity to practice these MCQs. Because every year you will have 20 new MCQs in your paper. The CBSE MCQs are not taken from any textbook, they are made every year. So every year you get 20 new MCQs to practice in every paper. The MCQs that you get in CBSE are on conceptual clarity. They give you conceptual clarity because they test your concepts. They do not test that have you learned the syllabus or have you just written it. They test your concepts. So that is very important for you to note. The next thing, that to prepare for both your CBSE examination and for your CUET examination, you need to give a reading to your NCERT textbooks. Revise your NCERT thoroughly, as it is the key for both CBSE and CUET. In the coming slides, I'll show you a few questions which will talk about your NCERT. And believe me, the reference books which we use in our 12th board examinations, they do not have NCERT questions. And those NCERT questions come directly in the board paper. Now, in the slide, I have written addressing OMR practice. So right now, last year, that was CUET 2024, that was done on OMR sheets. But NTA is proposing for a computer-based examination. So right now, we do not have any clarity whether we will have a CBT mode or whether we will have a pen paper test. In case we have a pen paper test, in case we have a pen paper test, the probability of it being very low. You need to give a very good practice to your pen and paper. There's a I'll tell you my own story. If it had been computer based examination, I would have scored a perfect 200 in accounts. I would have scored a perfect 200 in accounts. The places where I lost my marks in the third paper was because of OMR, because I marked the question wrong, because we had a lot of internal choice, and in that limited time duration I messed up two questions just because I was not attuned to OMR. And the reason why I was not attuned to OMR, whenever you get a CUET course, major chunk of practice is done on Google Forms or on online platforms. So you need to really practice OMR because you have a limited time, and in that limited time you need to crack all those questions, and you have a lot of pressure on your head because the competition is really high. Now, वन क्वेश्चन दैट एवरीवन आस्क्स मी, क्या हमें मैथ्स का पेपर देना चाहिए? आपको मैथ्स का पेपर बिल्कुल नहीं देना. अगर आप बीकॉम ऑनर्स टारगेट कर रहे हो, you don't need to give your maths का paper. Maths will take your time and maths का paper is not easy to crack. ठीक है, आपको मिलते हैं 50 क्वेश्चंस, उसमें से आपको करने होते हैं 40 क्वेश्चंस. दिस इज द करंट पैटर्न जो अभी चल रहा है. एंड वो 40 क्वेश्चंस में से आप पेपर में 30 क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर कर ही नहीं सकते, बिकॉज आप पूरी 11th-12th में सब्जेक्टिव मैथ्स लिखते हो. यू राइट ऑल द स्टेप्स, यू आर नॉट ट्यून्ड विद एमसीक्यूज, तो आप पूरे 40 क्वेश्चंस कर ही नहीं पाते. सो इट इज अ वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम टू अपीयर फॉर द मैथ्स एग्जाम. Instead of maths, you can appear for papers like mass media, physical education, entrepreneurship, psychology. These papers can actually help you to score a perfect 200. So if you are giving economics honors, then definitely you need to give maths. But अगर आप BCom honors के लिए target कर रहे हो, then आपको maths नहीं देना है. I don't advise giving maths because maths will take a lot of time, and वही time आप अपने economics, business and accounts में devote कर सकते हो. Now, how to prepare for accountancy for CUET? सबसे पहली बात आती है कि अगर आपको अकाउंट्स में इफ यू नीड टू स्कोर अबव 150, अगर आपको 150 के ऊपर स्कोर करना है, सबसे पहली कंडीशन होती है कि आपको 12th का अकाउंट्स अच्छे से आना चाहिए. इफ यू डोंट नो 12th अकाउंट्स, यू कैन नॉट स्कोर इन CUET. आपको 12th के बेसिक फंडामेंटल्स आने चाहिए. यू नीड टू नो व्हाट इज देयर इन योर 3 टेक्स्ट बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. You don't need to do the rattabaji, but you need to know what actually the concept is. आपको जर्नल पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा. And the accounts faculty at Akshara is actually amazing because आपका जर्नल पे ही फोकस होता है. So आपको जर्नल पे ही फोकस करना. आपको CUT का I think मैं पेपर दिखाऊंगा. Almost every third or fourth question is a journal entry. If you don't know journal entry, you won't be able to do accounts. इसीलिए you need to keep your entire focus on journal entries. कुछ चैप्टर्स आपके ऐसे हैं जहां पे जर्नल नहीं है CUT में, बट कुछ चैप्टर्स ऐसे हैं जहां पे पांचों के पांचों क्वेश्चंस केस स्टडी के जर्नल एंट्रीज हैं. Now, apart from the 12th syllabus, the 12th CBSE syllabus, you need to focus on 3 chapters. That is non-profit organizations, NPO, redemption of debentures, and computerized accounting. Now there's a trick this year. So till last year, you had 50 questions, and out of those 50 questions, you had to attempt only 40 questions. But this year, NTA has proposed that आपको सारे 50 के 50 questions करने पड़ेंगे. तो लास्ट ईयर तक क्या होता था, एवरीवन यूज्ड टू लीव एनपीओ कंप्यूटराइज्ड अकाउंटिंग, या रिडेम्पशन ऑफ डिबेंचर छोड़ते थे, कंप्यूटराइज छोड़ते थे, एनपीओ कर लेते थे. So this year you need to focus on these three topics if internal choice is removed. Now, next very important point. Special attention should be given to computerized accounting. Computerized accounting is the best way to score in our accounts paper. Direct NCRT MCQs picked every year and put into the paper. So computerized accounting can give you a very good edge in your paper. Now, you need to emphasize on the theory sections in your NCRT textbooks. Apart from doing the journal entries, you need to focus on the theoretical part of accounts. You need to learn what the actual core theory is, because that is also tested. Now, people ask me कि हम CUET के लिए क्या TS Grewal use करें या DK Goel use करें. I say you need to use both of these along with your NCRT book. I'll show you why. This is a sample question asked in your CUET. This was from my attempt. The clauses of partnership deed can be altered with the consent of all the partners. The deed should be properly drafted and prepared as per the provisions of which act and preferably registered with whom. So जब भी हम partnership का question देखते हैं, we tend to mark Indian Partnership Act 1932 and Registrar of Firms. That is what we do. But if you see your NCRT, see, the clauses of partnership deed can be altered with the consent of all the partners. The deed should be properly drafted and prepared as per the provisions of the Stamp Act and preferably registered with the Registrar of Firms. This MCQ was directly picked from your NCRT textbook, the same wording, the same options, and put it in the paper. And this point is not there in TS Grewal. Because TS Grewal focuses on your 12th बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन, उसमें कुछ थ्योरी के पॉइंट्स जो आज की डेट में इरेलेवेंट हो चुके हैं वो नहीं है. सो यू नीड टू गो थ्रू योर एनसीईआरटी. एनसीईआरटी में कुछ ऐसे प्रोविजंस हैं, कुछ ऐसी लाइंस हैं जो डायरेक्टली एग्जाम में टेस्ट होती हैं. दैट वाज ऑल अबाउट अकाउंटेंसी. अब हम आएंगे इकोनॉमिक्स पे. 12th तक इकोनॉमिक्स बहुत आसान होती है, 11th की इकोनॉमिक्स भी बहुत आसान होती है. As soon as you're done with your 12th economics paper, economics is not anymore easy, because as soon as you go, आपको सारी टेक्स्ट बुक जो आप पढ़ते हो वो एक साथ पढ़नी पड़ती है. आप 11th में माइक्रो पढ़ते हो, माइक्रो के साथ आप स्टार्ट्स पढ़ते हो. फिर आप 12th में आते हो, 12th में आप मैक्रो पढ़ते हो आईडी के साथ. जो स्टार्ट्स होता है वो आप ऑलरेडी मैथ्स में पढ़ के आते हो. सो इकोनॉमिक्स इज वेरी इजी इन क्लास 11 एंड क्लास 12. But when it comes to exams like CUET and CA Foundation, you have microeconomics, you have macroeconomics, you have IED, you have stats, all these four things together. So it really becomes challenging for you to score a perfect 200 in economics. Now, when I talk specifically about CUET, till now this is the syllabus. I don't know if any changes will happen, and changes are not bound to happen in the syllabus at least. For microeconomics, till the demand part, that is till elasticity of demand, you need to be thorough with everything. I've also written market equilibrium because market equilibrium coincides with one of the chapters in macroeconomics. So you need to have a clear concept of what market equilibrium is from your 11th textbook. Macroeconomics, national income, inflation, monetary policies, money and banking, government policies, all these chapters you're already doing. So all these chapters are there till BOP, nothing is deleted. Indian economics development, the entire chapters along with two additional chapters, that is poverty and infrastructure, are there in CUET. Those chapters are deleted from your textbook, the current IID textbook, but ये chapters आपके एग्जाम में हैं और इन chapters से भी question आते हैं. Now economics questions in CUET are only from NCRT. आपको ना ही संदीप गर्ग यूज करनी है, ना ही आपको टीआर जैन यूज करनी है, ना ही आपको किसी और पब्लिशर की कोई बुक यूज करनी है. Your economics questions are directly derived from the NCRT book. Any minor detail in NCRT can form a question in your CUET. Do we have economics students over here? I believe we have.
We have students from humanities and commerce stream who have opted for economics. Students with a show of hand, please raise your hands here so our speaker will be able to identify who all are there.
Okay, great. So majority of you are, students of economics. So I'll give you a question now, and I want you to tell me what the answer to this question is, because आपने chapters कर ली होंगे अभी तक. So I would really want to know that what your answer for this question is, and have you seen this question? Which article of the Indian Constitution states that there is a constitutional requirement to present before the Parliament a statement of estimated receipts and expenditures of the government in respect of every financial year which runs from 1st April to 31st March? Anyone who knows the answer? The ones who are appearing for their board examinations? Again, this is a question from government budget, which is not there in your Sandeep Garg. It is not there in TR Jan. It is not there in Together With. This question is only there in your NCERT textbook, and this is the PYQ which I had in my examination. I'll show you what the answer to that question was. It is the introductory line of the chapter, that is Article 112. And this question has also come in your CBSE examination, directly picked up from NCERT. Directly picked up from NCERT. This question has come in your CBSE examination along with your CUET 2024 paper. So I'm trying to show you how important reading of NCERT is when you need to crack exams like these. NCERT plays a very, very important role. And like these, there are many other concepts which you do not have in 12th but are tested in CUET. You need to specifically read the chapter National Income and Keynesian Economy. If 12 kids are here, National Income and Keynesian Economy, these two chapters, it is a must read from NCERT because these chapters have concepts that are not there in the reference books, and these concepts are tested in the paper. You need to read your NCERT to understand these concepts. Now, as I've shown you how tough your economics paper can be, I'll give you a strategy on how to prepare for your economics paper. Now, economics paper has questions of two types. One is your pure economic concept. That could be questions related to, if this situation has happened, what would be the economic impact on this country, or how your foreign exchange is impacted, or what is a fiscal policy, or what do you mean by aggregate demand, or how the curves are there when it comes to your DMU, when it comes to law of इक्विमाइनरी यूटिलिटी TPMP. सो वो एक सेगमेंट हो गया जहां पे आपको प्योरली इकोनॉमिक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट्स पे टेस्ट किया जाता है. द सेकेंड इज डेटा ड्रिवन क्वेश्चंस. नाउ सरप्राइजिंगली यू ऑल फेल्ट कि सिर्फ आईईडी में ही डेट्स होती थी. नो, in your CUET you have dates from macroeconomics and microeconomics also. And these data driven questions or the specific dates questions are very important. Out of 50 questions, approximately 6 to 7 questions will be based on either arranging the sequence in ascending order, either specific dates, or on economic figures. So you need to read your NCERT so that you can get these dates. As I said to you that national income is a very important chapter, the reason being it has few dates in NCERT, and these dates are always tested in some or the other way. So you need to read your NCERT to get those dates. The economics papers are very dynamic. The pattern changes every year. The first time when CUT happened, The economics paper was purely from the reference books. The paper was purely from the reference books. The next attempt, that was CUT 2023. In CUT 2023, they shifted the IED part from the NCERT books, and बाकी दो books थी जो macro and micro, those were strictly from your Sandeep Garg. Those strictly from your Sandeep Garg. But now in CUT 2024, the entire paper was from NCERT. मतलब अगर आपने NCERT नहीं पढ़ी होगी, you will not be able to attempt minimum 15 to 20 questions in your economics paper. You need to read NCERT to score a perfect 200 in economics. Now this year, as per our judgments, as per different faculties of economics, the paper can be more of a practical nature, where you will be given case-based questions and you need to analyze the economics parameter behind them and then come to the conclusion. So this year, again, going through all the diagrams becomes all the more important. This year's paper can be very dynamic in terms of practical part. Now, the key to score a perfect 100 percentage in your economics paper is to practice extensively. You need to practice all the MCQs that you can get. You need to revise thoroughly and you need to give mock tests. Because in mock tests, you can have questions. In mock tests, you can have questions that are not there in all the books. They're not even there in your Sandeep Garg, they're not even there in your NCERT, but they're either in ICSE textbooks or in state board textbooks. As CUET caters to all the boards, you can have questions from their textbooks. So practicing mock tests will help you identify the questions that are not there in your textbook. Although NCERT is the main base, but you need to practice mock tests so you can get an exposure to questions of different boards ki textbooks. So with the right strategy, dedication and focus, a perfect 100% is well within your reach. You can perfectly score a 200 in economics if you follow these three things. That is to practice extensively, that is by doing consistent MCQ practice and reading of NCERT, to revise thoroughly and make notes, and to appear for as many mock papers you can do. As many mock papers you can do. Now, how do you prepare for business studies, political science, and psychology for CUET? Again, the answer is very simple. NCERT is the key. Now, when it comes to subjects like these, where practical aspect is less and more of a theoretical aspect, it is essential that you read the NCERT textbook, you read every line of your NCERT and make a summary point of the chapter. That is what you do in your CBSE. But when it comes to CUET, you need to be very specific about what you are writing and how you are writing. Because when it comes to a subjective paper, हम अपने आप से बनाकर भी लिख सकते हैं. But when it comes to MCQ paper, direct lines are picked up from your NCERT. So you need to be sure of what you are reading in your NCERT. And in these papers, the question paper pattern remains consistent. So if you go through the previous year papers, you will see कि आप CBSE के एग्जाम देने के बाद ही you can attempt around 45 questions. वो इसलिए है because the paper pattern is consistent. जो चलता आ रहा है वो ही चल रहा है. There is not of a much change. Only changes in the questions. ठीक है, you need to read your NCERT to clear all these questions. Business studies, of course, you have your NCERT. You need to learn your NCERT word by word. And if you do that, well and good for you, you can score a perfect 200. And a tip for your boards also, that when you are working for business studies, please, please, please focus on your NCERT. अपना दिमाग कम लगाना. Because business studies एक ऐसा subject है, you learn management. Management for me is different and management for you is different. What you would understand is different and what I would understand is different. So you need to align yourself with what CBSE thinks, and believe me, CBSE can be wrong. CBSE has been wrong in business studies papers. If you see the marking scheme, there has been biasness in the marking schemes. So you need to think like CBSE, you need to practice their papers thoroughly. You need to go through their marking scheme so you understand what CBSE wants from you. There can be case study questions. We had one question, we had few questions last year in the CBSE 2024 examination which had multiple answers, but CBSE did not consider because again they follow what the teachers over there follow. So you need to think according to them and you need to practice accordingly. आपको अपना प्रैक्टिकल दिमाग थोड़ा कम लगाना पड़ेगा बिजनेस स्टडीज में, आपको थोड़ा theoretical दिमाग ज्यादा लगाना पड़ेगा. You need to leave the practical side out and more of a theory, what the core theory says. And you need to be specific about the words that they use in case studies. अगर केस स्टडी में कोई स्पेसिफिक वर्ड है वो इसी चैप्टर का वर्ड है, मतलब वो उसी चैप्टर का आंसर है. अगर आपको समझ आ रहा है कि इसका कोर कॉन्सेप्ट ये है बट ये वर्ड्स किसी और चैप्टर के, तो जहां पे वो वर्ड्स हैं आपको वो वर्ड्स वाला ही चैप्टर का आंसर लिखना है. So this is there in business studies specifically. Pol science and psychology, again NCERT is the key. When you go through your NCERT आपको काफी चीजें मिलेंगी, and of course you have your readings, other textbooks which will help you understand how to prepare for your political science and psychology. Only key is that you read thoroughly and you practice as many MCQs as you can. Although in CUT you have a benefit that even if there's a slightest benefit of doubt in a question, you get a grace mark or both the answers are considered. Say if there's a case study where the answer could be either staffing or controlling, CUT examination will consider both the answers, staffing and controlling. Okay. This is a sample question asked in your CUT examination. Plans decide the future course of action and managers may not be in a position to change it. Now this is a line directly picked up from your NCERT. You need to identify the limitation of planning, which is indicated here. The first option being planning reduces creativity. The next one, it does not guarantee success. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Planning leads to rigidity. So planning leads to rigidity is the answer. As you can see, the same line is being picked up and put it in the paper. Now let us understand the synopsis of CUET, that what is actually there in CUET. What is your preparation mantra? The first one being is to master your NCERT textbooks. That is what I have been highlighting since the start of this webinar. The second being practice is the key. How many MCQs do you get? You should be practicing them. You need to solve all the MCQ question banks that you can get. The best are from Together with an OSWAL. Mock tests. If your papers are online, then please go for online mock tests and not offline mock tests. You need to give at least 2 mock tests daily. Scoring high in CUT domain subjects is not about complexity, it's about your commitment. So if you are committed to your subject, you can score a perfect 200, you can get an outstanding result. Now next is English, that how do you prepare for English? So English is different from what you do in 11th and 12th. Your 11th and 12th English is not at all tested in CUET. What is tested is your grammar and vocabulary. And believe me, it's not easy. You need to start from today itself. So as you all are attending this webinar, whether you are in 11th class or whether you are in 12th class, if you are giving your CUET examination, mark my words, you need to start your preparation for your English examination from today itself. Learn 3 to 4 vocabulary words, learn root words, try to practice reading comprehensions. You can even do your school previous year papers for reading comprehensions. The school papers are really well, the reading comprehensions are very difficult, and those reading comprehensions will help you score perfect in your CUET. So reading comprehension, there are a lot of reading comprehension. You can ask your teachers, they'll guide you for that. And when it comes to vocabulary and grammar, you have a lot of YouTube videos you can go. Shipra Mishra ma'am is the best teacher when it comes to CUET. So you can buy her revision course online. She will teach you the entire grammar and the vocabulary online. So that will be helpful to you. Practice as many vocabulary questions you can, because if it is DU and if it is some other college, some other university, it is gonna be English that determines whether you will get into DU or not. You can score around 580, 590 in your domain subjects or a 600 in your domain subjects, But when it comes to English, you really don't know what the paper will be. I can definitely give you a mock paper for economics and say that इसमें से ही paper आएगा. But when it comes to English, no teacher can do that. No student can do that because English is a very dynamic subject. आपको day one से उसकी तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. I hope how your English part is also sorted. English part में it is all about how much time you devote to the subject. ठीक है, मेरे पास इतना time नहीं था. I could not devote a lot of time to English. ठीक है, because I had my CA foundation also side by side. So that is one of the regret that I have. कि if I would have started my English say in mid of 12th, if I had known that this kind of a paper comes, I think I would have, shifted to the best college of commerce. That could be the Hindu or Shri Ram college. So it was only English that, affected my marks. So if it not have been English, I would have scored around 782, 785, and I would have got into the top colleges. I would have gotten into either Hindu or Shri Ram college. Only English is the deciding factor. English की आपको day one से तैयारी start कर देनी चाहिए. And if you are giving your 12th board, you can still start for your English, because when you would do vocabulary, when you would do grammar, it would actually help you enhance your answers. So you have proper writing essays and all, so that will be helpful to you when you start practicing your vocabulary and grammar. So the room is open for questions for CUET. If any question you have for CUET, you can ask me. There are several question banks available. In your experience, is there a general recommendation for a specific publisher or brand? Okay. For English, Shipra Mishra ma'am. For accountancy, economics, business studies, it is either OSWAL or Together With. Any of these question banks you can go. And also, I think I'll be releasing question banks for these three subjects, maybe this year or next year. Most probably the question banks will be out from my side also for these three subjects. So these question banks will also be enough for you to score well in your CUT exams. I had used Together With question banks are very useful. Any other question for CUT? Could you please mention some good websites for CUT mock test? So I had taken my CUT mock test from Hits Bullseye. So this is I think an institute in Ludhiana. So from there I had taken CUT mock tests. I'll send share the details of the same with ma'am so that she can forward it to you. And as I said that, okay, I'll put it in the chat box also. And also I said that we will be also releasing mock tests for all these three subjects. So you can even practice those mock tests. That will be helpful. Okay, any other question? For your CUET practice, I would recommend you, that is one thing that I did and it really helped me. Mark my words, it really helped me. I took all my school question papers from my unit test 1 to my pre-board 3. So I got a set of say 150 MCQ questions and case studies to practice from. So that also helped me to score a good score in my CUET, because the school papers are hard as compared to the CBA, as compared to the entrance exam papers. So you can practice those papers once again to practice for your CUET. Okay, I think we don't have any more questions for CUET. Let us now go to CA Foundation. Now, first question. फाउंडेशन की तैयारी करने से पहले, फाउंडेशन देने से पहले ये क्वेश्चन आता है फाउंडेशन का पेपर कब दें. देयर आर टू सेट्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु से कि हम मे अटेम्प्ट देंगे. वी वांट टू पास इन आवर सीए फाउंडेशन and that is our focus. So why not to give the May attempt? I and majority of teachers suggest that you should never go for the May attempt. Reason one, आपका CBSE का एग्जाम खत्म होता है मार्च में. मई में आपका होता है CUET, एंड जून में आपको होता है फाउंडेशन का पेपर. So you don't get that kind of a time to prepare for your CA foundation, and CA foundation varies from attempt to attempt. My attempt was easy for accounts and maths, whereas it was tough in case of law and the other subject. I think it was economics that was tough. Whereas the May attempt, law was very tough as compared to मेरे से भी ज़्यादा law tough था, and accounts was a challenge. This was the first time in CA foundation history that people failed in accounts. People failed in accounts. Accounts is a subject in CA foundation जिसमें आप बहुत अच्छा स्कोर करते हो. There are majority of the people who get 60 plus. If you're getting 70 plus, that's a beautiful score. But 60 plus तो हर बच्चा होता है. In May attempt, they failed people in accounts. They made such a tough paper for accounts that people failed in accounts. And if they would have given in September with proper preparation, they would have scored wonderful. They relied on their 11th and 12th knowledge and directly gave the May attempt, which affected their marks and affected their number of attempts. So you should always give the September attempt, because September attempt is the most suitable option if you are going for CUET also, and you get ample time to prepare for accountancy, law. Maths is already sorted, because if you are a maths kid in 11th and 12th, आप मेजॉरिटी ऑफ मैथ्स करके आते हो. एंड इकोनॉमिक्स आप पूरा माइक्रो पढ़ के आते हो. आप सीयूटी में पूरा मैक्रो पढ़ते हो. मैक्रो पार्ट हाँ सीए में काफी ज्यादा टफ आ जाता है. You go deep into it, that is still manageable, but you get a good amount of time to prepare for your law and accounts. So I always recommend that you guys should give your September attempt. Avoid rushing, give yourself enough time to study systematically and attempt the exam with confidence to reduce the number of retakes. Guys, believe me, if you give your exam with confidence, आपका attempt नहीं लगेगा. The moment you question yourself, आपका attempt चला गया आपके हाथ से. What is the syllabus for your CA foundation? Accounts, it covers 11th and 12th. Journal is there, ledger is there, partnership accounts are there, company accounts are there. Company accounts are really, really important. ठीक है, in 11th you in 12th you do shares and debentures तो करके ही जाना है, बट कंपनी अकाउंट्स में बाकी चीजें भी आ जाती हैं. रिडेम्पशन ऑफ प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स, रिडेम्पशन ऑफ डिबेंचर्स, बोनस एंड राइट इशू, तो 3 और चैप्टर्स आ जाते हैं. सो कंपनी अकाउंट्स बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Approximately 25 to 30 marks comes from company accounts. Then when I talk about your law, Indian Contract Act, Partnership, Company Law, these are very important along with Sales of Goods Act. Economics focuses on your microeconomics and macroeconomics. IED का पार्ट बहुत छोटा सा है, ज़्यादा एक्सटेंसिव नहीं है. मैक्रो इज डिटेल्ड. मैथमेटिक्स अगेन, आपने अगर 10th तक भी मैथ्स पढ़ा है, 11th 12th में थोड़ा थोड़ा मैथ्स पढ़ा है, यू कैन इजीली पास, because maths is very easy. You do not have a much of theoretical core maths in it. You have a lot of applied maths in it. The key to acing the CA foundation exam is your consistent effort and preparation. Choose your exam attempt wisely. Attempt mat lagana. Dedicate sufficient time to each subject and stay disciplined. With a well-planned strategy, success in your first attempt is well within reach. Here are a few tricks and techniques to prepare for your foundation. Fundamental clarity, that is very important. You need to grasp all the concepts very thoroughly. You need to have clear fundamentals, and if you have clear fundamentals, you'll be able to apply them effectively and efficiently. Thorough reading of the institute material. बहुत बच्चे ऐसा करते हैं फाउंडेशन के वक्त, दैट दे गो टू डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स एंड वो वहाँ की टेक्स्ट बुक्स पढ़ते हैं. आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप व्हेन इट कम्स टू सीए फाउंडेशन स्पेसिफिकली, please stick to your institute material. Reading of the institute material will give you the edge to tackle questions directly from the syllabus. If I'll open the foundation paper of say both May and September attempt, I'll show you that direct questions are picked from your institute material. Direct questions are picked from the back exercises and put. Last point, very important point, enroll in quality coaching. Coaching for your friend might be different, but coaching for you is different. ऐसा नहीं करना कि मेरा दोस्त भी वहां पे जा रहा है तो मैं भी उस कोचिंग में चला जाता हूँ, या फिर उस कोचिंग का नाम है तो मैं वहां पे चला जाता हूँ. One personal recommendation, To all the kids who are in Pune and who will be giving the CA foundation, and if you plan to go for offline coaching, please do not go to Ekatvam. Ekatvam is not a very great solution for your foundation exams. In Ekatvam, if you get lectures for Darshan Khare sir for law, that is well and good, but don't stick to Ekatvam for your foundation. They're good for your inter and final, but don't stick to Ekatvam for your core accounts, economics, and maths. You should not do that. You have better quality options online. You can go to them. I did my coaching from Synergy. Synergy is a very good institute. You can do your foundation from there. If you don't want to do it from Synergy for law, I went to Deepika Rathi. Maths, you can do it from Pranav Popate. Accounts and law. I told you law. I told you maths. Economics and accounts, I'll tell you. अकाउंट्स एंड इकोनॉमिक्स अगर आप यूट्यूब से भी करो आपका हो जाता है. अकाउंट्स में यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस अ लॉट. बट इफ यू गो टू एक तत्वम, वो आपका काफी यहाँ पे टाइम वेस्ट होगा सीए के लिए. तो यू शुड नॉट कीप दैट ऑप्शन. एंड अगर आप लेक्चर्स ले रहे हो, माई पर्सनल रिकमेंडेशन आप ऑनलाइन लेक्चर्स लेना, सो दैट यू कैन डू इट ऑन योर ओन पेस. एकत्वम में लॉ फ्रॉम दर्शन खरे सर इज रियली गुड. यू कैन चेक इट आउट फॉर योर फाउंडेशन. CA journey is a test of dedication. It is not an exam. It is a stepping stone to a fulfilling career. You need to be dedicated. Success depends on the effort and dedication that you invest in your studies. While some students may appear easier and others more challenging, while some subjects may appear more easy and some may challenging, it is your ability to channel your energy and maintain focus that ultimately determines your result. फाउंडेशन इज नॉट अबाउट कि कितना आपने पढ़ा है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन कितना आपने सिंसियरली पढ़ा है. इट इज ओके इफ यू लीव समथिंग एंड गो, बट इट इज नॉट ओके कि आप सब करके गए बट सब आधा आधा करके गए. अगर आप कोई चीज उठा रहे हो उसको पूरी तरह करो, पूरी शिद्दत से करो, देन ओनली यू कैन डू इट. So by combining your hard work, your discipline, and a consistent practice, you can make your CA journey smoother and rewarding. Every effort you make today brings closer to your goal. As you have dreamt and you have set your goal, every effort that you make today would bring you closer to that goal. I talked about this concept when I had come in an offline workshop at school. Your subject teaches you how to function. So in business study, you learn management. Management has 5 aspects, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. These 5 elements can teach you how to function in your life. Planning, you need to be the architect of your life. Organizing, you need to organize and aim to reach at the highest pinnacle. Staffing, you need to have the right circle, you need to be in the right environment. Directing, be the director of your own life. Govern your life on your own terms. Don't let external forces govern your life. Controlling, be the main character of your life story. You should get to know कि आप किस वक्त कहाँ पे deviate हो रहे हो, and you need to take the corrective action. If you see, these 5 pointers will help you, succeed in your life. You need to be the architect of your life. You need to organize and reach highest pinnacles. You need to be in the right core group. You need to be the director of your own life, and you need to be the main character of your life story. That is very important. These 5 subjects or these 5 topics of your own subject that you study every day can help you to succeed and to achieve your goals. Mantra for success lies in 3 things, that is to be compassionate, to express gratitude, and to have confidence. When you have compassion towards yourself and towards the other party, believe me, that's the biggest blessing you can ever have. You need to be compassionate. You need to be helpful to all the people in your surroundings. Law of karma, every one of you know, what you sow is what you reap. जो भी आप बोगे आपको वही मिलेगा. You need to show compassion so that you can get compassion in return. I always say that you need to be compassionate towards all the examiners. If you are compassionate towards them, अगर आप अपना पेपर अच्छे से लिख रहे हो, in return you will get good marks. They'll be compassionate towards you. If you sow compassion, you will reap compassion. You need to be grateful. Gratitude holds the key. Be grateful for every step you encounter in this journey. Whether it is a success, whether it is a failure, be grateful. When you become grateful, you project the energy of gratitude, which signals the universe that you will be grateful when you actually achieve your goal. Be grateful that you had the opportunity to attend this webinar. Be grateful that you had the opportunity to prepare for your CUET, whatever the result is. Not every person has the courage or has the guts to prepare for this exam. If you are doing it, you need to be grateful that yes, I am blessed, that yes, I can prepare for this project. Of course, when you are confident about yourself, there is no power that can defeat you. Be confident, follow your inner voice, and follow the principles of your guru. All the teachers are your well wishers. Follow their principles strongly. Whether you tell them that they are old school, whether they are of the new generation, believe me, their principles are the strongest. And if you follow the principles of your teachers, of all your gurus, you can go to the heights that you can't even imagine. You need to be confident, you need to follow your inner voice and the principles of all your teachers. So before we conclude, I would like to take questions for CA Foundation if there are any. Okay, I have an interesting question, how to study applied maths. So I believe you are having applied maths in 12th. So when it comes to applied maths, first thing, very good question. Second, applied maths अगर आप पढ़ रहे हो, core maths भी पढ़ के जाना. Whether it is your foundation, whether it is your CBSE, because applied maths का syllabus is not fixed, it changes every single year. And majority of the teachers are core teachers and they are teaching applied maths in major schools, and they are the teachers who actually prepare your board paper. So you need to study core maths ke fundas also for your applied maths, specifically when it comes to differential equations, linear programming, that is your LLP. ठीक है, बाकी to prepare for your applied maths, you need to solve your ML Agarwal thoroughly. ML Agarwal की सारी illustration should be on your tips. अगर आपने अच्छे से ML Agarwal की है, you know, out of 80, 65 plus is guaranteed. ML Agarwal अच्छे से पढ़ के जाओ. That is your, you know, key to your success in your applied maths paper. घोल के अब ML अग्रवाल की बुक को आपको पी जाना चाहिए. You have a lot of holidays in your applied maths paper. I was checking the CBSE date sheet. So, make sure that instead of doing more and more sample papers, you spend your time in doing your ML Agarwal. आपके पेपर से टारगेट होना चाहिए कि आप पूरी ML अग्रवाल सॉल्व करके जा रहे हो इंस्टेड ऑफ सॉल्विंग से 10-15 सैम्पल पेपर्स. उससे ज़्यादा बेनिफिशियल ये होगा कि आप पूरी ML अग्रवाल सॉल्व करके जाओ. एंड द अप्लाइड मैथ्स मॉड्यूल विच इज अपलोडेड बाय CBSE, यू नीड टू इवन गो थ्रू दैट. बट आई थिंक दैट इज इंटायरली कवर्ड इन और ML अग्रवाल. तो ML अग्रवाल अच्छे से करके जाओ. 11th में अगर आप हो अप्लाइड मैथ्स, अगेन यू कैन डू इट फ्रॉम योर ML अग्रवाल. ML अग्रवाल में स्टैटिस्टिक्स अच्छे से करके जाओ, ठीक है. एंड यू डू द इनिशियल चैप्टर्स इन बोथ 11th एंड 12th. आपके कुछ इनिशियल चैप्टर्स ऐसे होंगे, टाइम एंड वर्क, डिस्टेंस एंड स्पीड, एलिगेशन एंड मिक्सचर्स, पाइप्स एंड सिस्टम्स. सो यू कैन you can go and practice these chapters in detail because that is what applied maths is all about. Regarding the calculus part में आप थोड़ा practical aspect करके जाओ अच्छे से. That is your consumer surplus, producer surplus, your marginal cost, your इंटीग्रेशन में आपके कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, प्रैक्टिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स, उनको करके जाओ. डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस का जो चैप्टर है उसमें यू हैव सम वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स, उनको थरली करके जाओ. Next question is, how did you manage CUT along with CA Foundation? Good question. So to be very honest, when I did my boards very well. I planned my boards in a way that मैं CUT उसके साथ ही तैयारी, उस CUT की उन्हीं के साथ तैयारी कर रहा हूँ. So major part of my CUT got sorted with my boards. ठीक है, my boards were got finished on 27th March. and I started my CUT preparation, I think from 7th or 8th April. I'd given a break to myself because the board's time was very taxing for me. तो मैंने मई तक, दैट इज आई थिंक टिल 19th में CUT की ही पढ़ाई की. मैंने CUT पे ही अपना पूरा ध्यान दिया बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू गेट इनटू DU एंड आई वांटेड टू बी इन अ गुड कॉलेज. तो माय एंटायर फोकस टिल 19th May was on CUT. CA फाउंडेशन में मैंने अकाउंट्स, मैथ्स एंड इकोनॉमिक्स साइड बाय साइड स्टार्ट कर दिया था. तो मैंने क्या किया था, इकोनॉमिक्स में जो माइक्रो वाला पार्ट है, वो माइक्रो का पार्ट जितना CUT में आता है, मैंने CUT के साथ उसको कंप्लीट कर लिया था. एंड इकोनॉमिक्स एंड योर मैथ्स पेपर इन फाउंडेशन इज ऑल्सो MCQ, so it becomes easy for you to practice a lot of MCQs and prepare for your foundation side by side. So you can do that. फिर अकाउंट्स में जो भी चैप्टर्स मेरे CUT में थे, मैंने वो फाउंडेशन के भी साइड बाय साइड प्रैक्टिस कर लिए थे. पार्टनरशिप, एडमिशन, रिटायरमेंट सेम है, डेथ सेम नहीं है. डेथ मत चुना CUT से पहले. डेथ ऑफ अ पार्टनर, डेथ ऑफ अ पार्टनर इज अ स्ट्रगल इन CA फाउंडेशन. ठीक है. NPO अपना फाउंडेशन में है, तो मैंने NPO CUT के लिए भी पढ़ा था पूरा, तो मैंने उसको फाउंडेशन के लिए भी पढ़ लिया था. एंड NPO दोनों का सेम है. देन बचा आपका 11th का मैंने टच नहीं किया था. तो 11th मैंने टच नहीं किया था जो इसमें था, CA फाउंडेशन में. CUT में 11th नहीं था, तो मैंने 11th अकाउंट टच नहीं किया था. 12th का अकाउंट जो फाउंडेशन और CUT का कोरिलेट, फाउंडेशन CUT का कोरिलेट करता है, वो पूरा मैंने कर लिया था. लॉ मैंने नहीं छेड़ा था. जैसे ही मेरे CUT एग्जाम्स खत्म हो गए थे, आई हैड टू ट्रैवल टू अ फ्यू प्लेसेस, आई हैड टू कम टू माई होम टाउन, तो मेरा काफ़ी टाइम उसमें चला गया था. तो इमीडिएटली आई स्टार्टेड माई लॉ लेक्चर्स. लॉ लेक्चर्स के साथ साथ मेरी कोचिंग चल रही थी अकाउंट्स, इको एंड मैथ्स की. तो जितना टाइम मेरा कोचिंग में जाता था उन तीनों की, मैं उतनी कोचिंग करता था. एंड जो भी मेरा बाकी टाइम होता था, आई यूज टू डू इट, आई यूज टू डू लॉ इन दैट, क्योंकि लॉ मैंने कभी किया नहीं था. एंड आई वांटेड टू स्कोर डिसेंट मार्क्स इन लॉ सो दैट आई कैन पास. My target in law was not 100, but I wanted to pass in law because I had only a 1.5 month left, and my target was कि मैं पूरा law 2 बार लिख के जाऊं. So I wrote the pura law ki textbook 2 times in my coaching. So if you can do that, I think CUT and CA foundation is okay. You can do it आराम से. बाकी मैनेजिंग में, I told you, you need to strategize, you need to plan your schedule effectively. अगर आपने वो सारी चीजें कर ली हैं, it won't be a hassle for you. Mahi, is that okay? Does that answer your question? Great. Okay, I am in class 11. Should I go for CUT if I'm planning to go for CA? Definitely. So there's a myth that if you are doing CA, don't go for a regular college. Guys, don't spoil your college life. It is amazing. Okay, you should not miss your college life. And if you get the opportunity to go into DU, why not? Delhi University is the best university. And irrespective of the fact in which college you are a part of Delhi University. You will be alumni of Delhi University. CA तो आप करोगे ही करोगे. एंड अगर आप कॉमर्स में हो, आप BCom ऑनर्स कर रहे हो, BCom ऑनर्स का सिलेबस एंड CA का सिलेबस कोइंसाइड करता है. आप जो BCom ऑनर्स के फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में दोगे, वही आप CA में पढ़ते हो. So why not? You should definitely go for CUT if you are planning to go for CA foundation. आप CUT में दो, एंड आपका जो फाउंडेशन है वो आप दो सितंबर अटेम्प्ट में. यू हैव अ गुड टाइम टू प्रिपेयर फॉर इट. एंड अगर आप क्लास 11th में हो, अच्छे से अकाउंट्स पढ़ो, अच्छे से इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ो, अच्छे से मैथ्स पढ़ो. आप अपने CA की तैयारी अभी से स्टार्ट कर दो. अ लॉट ऑफ सिलेबस कोइंसाइड्स विद व्हाट यू डू इन 11th एंड 12th. तो आप अच्छे से 11th एंड 12th पढ़ो कि आपको CA का एक साथ प्रेशर ना आए. अकाउंट्स एक मेजर चैलेंज होता है 11th एंड 12th में. अकाउंट्स को अच्छे से पढ़ो. CA का अकाउंट सॉर्टेड है. इकोनॉमिक्स मैंने आपको बताया, माइक्रो तो आपकी 11th में करते ही हो, सेम माइक्रो आपकी फाउंडेशन में है. 12th में अच्छे से नेशनल इनकम, केंशियन, गवर्नमेंट बजट, ये सब पढ़ो. फॉरेन एक्सचेंज आपका, CA का इको भी सॉर्टेड है. मैथ्स तो मैंने आपको बोला कि आप 11th एंड 12th में अगर आराम से भी पढ़ोगे, यू विल सॉर्ट योर सेल्फ फॉर योर फाउंडेशन. Can you mention coaching suggestions for foundation again for all subjects? A law, Deepika Rathi or Darshan Khare. Law, it is Deepika Rathi ma'am or Darshan Khare sir. Accountancy, economics and your mathematics, I did it from synergy classes. So those are the best for me because I did my 11th and 12th ki coaching also from them. So you can go to Synergy for your CA foundation. That is the best. And the best part is that the faculty over there make sure that you revise everything before your exam. So that is an extra that you get in an institute which is not at a very big level, but you get personal attention. So law, you can take Deepika Rathi ma'am or Darshan Khare sir. For your accountancy, economics and maths, it could be your synergy classes. Maths, you can even take Pranav Popat sir. He is also good. अकाउंटेंसी आपको वैसे तो अकाउंट्स में ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी कोचिंग की, बिकॉज आप 11th 12th में बहुत अकाउंट्स करते हो. कंपनी अकाउंट्स के लिए शायद आपको ज़रूरत पड़ सकती है, बट you won't require a lot of coaching for accounts. Economics also, it's more of understanding the concept. So अगर आपको एक guidance चाहिए, if you need a mentor, you can go to Synergy for that. Any other questions for CA Foundation or CUET, whatever it is? Is online coaching recommended or offline? Very good question. It depends on you. अगर आप online पढ़ सकते हो तो go for online coaching, because online में आपका time बहुत बचेगा. जितना टाइम आप ट्रैवलिंग में लगाओगे उतना टाइम आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो, उतना टाइम आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. सो डू इट ऑनलाइन. Till now, whatever coaching I've done in my 9th 10th, whatever coaching I've done in my 11th 12th, whatever coaching I've done in CUT CA Foundation, currently I'm doing CA Inter, I have done it online. So whatever coaching I've done, I've done it online. So that is the best part. Okay. Just a minute, please. Yeah, whatever coaching that I have done the coaching online. So I would recommend that you guys go to online coaching. However, if you are a person who cannot do online coaching, आपको offline चाहिए. Okay. I'll repeat what I am telling you is it depends on you. If you are okay studying online, go for online coaching. It will save a lot of time for you. Whatever coaching I have done, whether it was my 9th and 10th, whether it was my 11th and 12th, whether it was my CUT, or whether it was my foundation, or whether it is my inter, which I'm doing right now, I have done it online. I have not gone to any offline institute. Okay, I think offline does not suit me. Whatever I've done is done online. And I had good teachers online, so I never had a problem, that I won't be able to understand the concepts. Moreover, if you are doing online coaching, you need to be dedicated. You cannot simply rely कि मैं कर लूंगा. You cannot procrastinate. You need to be very serious. If you're expected that you need to on your camera in an online class, you need to on your camera. That kind of dedication you should have. Does that answer your question? Okay. Any other questions? Okay, since we don't have any other questions, I'll be closing the session from my end. And once I close the session, let us do the closing invocation, since we invoked the beings when we started. So again, I would request you all to close your eyes and just be grateful that yes, you got the opportunity to be a part of this webinar. This webinar was conducted smoothly and you learned a lot. So you need to be grateful to all the beings that yes, to the beings of light, knowledge and wisdom, we are grateful to you for your support. We are grateful that you bless us in each and every step of our journey. So with this, thank you so much. I hope it helped you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shreyas, for sharing such a to the point and specific exam plan with the students. You not only shared the things to do, but also humbly shared the mistakes you made, thus warning your juniors of the risks and potential errors. I hope, my dear students, that you appreciate the in depth efforts taken by our hardworking alumnus and apply the pointers while preparing for exams. It is really nice of him to come forward and share the micro level tips and tricks with you all so generously. I now request Saujanya ma'am to kindly share her thoughts and wisdom with us.
Shreyas, awesome session you have done. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
guess
ma'am.
I will share with everyone, students and teachers. I had a thought of, doing a webinar with alumni, and I just approached him, and immediately he said, yes, yes, I'm ready. And within, couple of days, he shared the PPT also that Shreyas, we have seen last 2 years and who is contributing even after becoming an alumni. Shreyas, I think you are living with our example, which we already say. What is that? Once an
Once an
Aksharai,
Aksharite, always an Aksharite.
always an Aksharite. Yeah. So I'm so, so proud of you. I guess you are an exemplary alumni for us now. The one who has done a webinar and so meticulously you have remembered everything about your journey and shared your experiences with all the current students. So I believe they will do well with all the tips that you have shared. And even if anybody wants to reach out to you also, we will share your details with them if one on
Sure.
one, if they want further guidance for the CA or CUET,
Okay,
right?
ma'am. Definitely.
And once again, thank you so much, Bita. God
Thank
bless you. All the best for all your future endeavors.
thank
And
you, ma'am.
this is just the beginning, so I guess we will continue to bring more sessions with further more alumni for our current batches. Okay?
Definitely, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
This webinar is a reminder of the strong bond. Thank you so much, Saujanya ma'am, for sharing your words with us. This webinar is a reminder of the strong bond shared by the alumni community and the legacy of excellence that Akshara represents. I'd like to thank the school and Principal ma'am to give us this opportunity to connect. A special note of gratitude to our very own coordinator, ma'am, Saujanya ma'am, without whom this session would not have been possible. To our dear audience, thank you for your active participation and enthusiasm. Events like these remind us about the vibrant community that Akshara is. As we come to the end of this wonderful event, it is with joy and pride that I extend heartfelt gratitude to Shreyas Bansal for taking the time to join us today and sharing his experiences. Shreyas, as an alumnus of Akshara, you have not only made us proud, but have also set a shining example of what our students can achieve. With this, we reach the closure of this event. Have a great day ahead, everyone, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you so much, Shreyas. We'll end the
Thank you.
session here.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.